rehearsed you guys looked, which is fantastic because you guys all sounded fantastic. You had great messages. You know, most of the time I'm in the back of the room next to a camera or something back there, and all those videos go on to YouTube and stuff. Let me get a raise of hands. How many people here, whether you're active with it or not, how many people have a YouTube channel? So 1, 2, 3, higher, higher. Here we go.
I think I take
almost half the room. That's really, really good. As I go along today, because I was kind of thrown into this fire, you know, 5 weeks ago, I am going to refer to notes and stuff. So the big thing that I want to make you aware of about YouTube is it's a different animal than Facebook and Instagram completely. And some of you may know this, but the biggest difference between YouTube and a Facebook or an Instagram is that YouTube started out, and I guess I'll back up here real quick. When you look and how many people have seen Facebook change over the last 10 years where we just don't quite get the algorithm that really treats us well? And it's because Facebook kind of started out for sure as a social posting platform. But then as people started to promote their businesses, you know, Facebook's kind of like, hey, hold on here a minute. You know, we're doing all this and people are building and making money on businesses, so we're gonna scrap that. We're gonna change the way Facebook works. And you have to work a lot harder on Facebook, and if you notice, you have to buy to promote your videos on Facebook. And so they really kind of did a 180 on the whole thing when it came to, and kind of looked at businesses and looked at the way people were promoting businesses and said, we're not going to do this for free anymore, especially because it costs us a lot of money to do this. So YouTube, on the other hand, it started out completely, really as a business, more of a business cycle of social media. One of the coolest things about YouTube is it's actually a repository. It's actually, those of you that actually are a little more experienced with posting videos on YouTube, it's a great place to keep your video work as a repository. You can always download the media back down to your computer or put it up. You can share it. If you get a lot of likes on YouTube and your algorithms go up, which is why everybody always says on a YouTube video, subscribe or share, because they're wanting that algorithm. They want your clicks and stuff to help promote that video to be seen by more people. The great thing is if you get up to a certain amount, YouTube will pay you. And let's say you pay it YouTube. And so you say, well, how does that work? Well, essentially, if you have a premium YouTube account, you don't see advertisements, but you pay them money. So you pay them about $125 a year to get rid of the ads. And so I don't know how that works out to where YouTube, you know, says that's all we need is 125. But essentially, on the other hand, if your video gets, they put an ad on your video, and to the people that don't have premium accounts, then they share the ad revenue with you rather than you pay it like Facebook for putting an ad up and stuff. Let me switch to a slide here. So we've done that slide. You know, how many have in the last, I don't know, I won't say week, but 2 weeks, how many have looked up something on YouTube to learn something? Wow. That's a lot more hands than I thought that I'd see. Okay. Well, let me get a volunteer. What was somebody looking for on YouTube? Just anybody, right here.
Last night I was looking at how to create videos on Canva.
Okay.
On YouTube.
On YouTube. Right. Well, but you were looking on YouTube to how to create videos on Canva,
Right,
right?
on Canva.
Okay. Did the person have anything? A takeaway at the end of it? Did you get through the whole video, or did you skim
Yeah,
through
it
the
was
video?
a long video. It was like 18 minutes. I watched the whole thing.
Okay.
It was really, I mean, he did a really great job putting it together.
Chances are he probably said something about how they would train you, or this, that, and the other, or have an ask where if you wanted to get training, he would do training for you. You find a lot of that on YouTube. But you also find things like, I might search YouTube on how to replace something on my car, okay? And so there it is. There'll be the guys in their own garages doing it. But what I've also noticed over the years is that there's parts suppliers that are now, you know, showing in a very professional manner with the exact type of screwdrivers or whatever you need to take the part off, and then say, oh, by the way, This video is brought to you by ABC Parts Warehouse, where we blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, you don't see them, and I'm gonna get ahead of myself, which I knew I would do. But, so essentially, if you're looking for that to help your business, then why isn't your business on YouTube? You know, doing the same thing. And that's what I want you to think about today. YouTube is absolutely free. And it may not be news to you, but it's absolutely free. All you need is a Google account, whether you use the email or not. You just sign up for free on YouTube. It doesn't cost a thing. That's pretty amazing that you can actually do that with YouTube and then get to the point where YouTube would pay you money back. Obviously, it's full of cats jumping off in the pools and stuff like that, and they got real famous with those kind of videos, but as you've seen YouTube grow over the years, it's gotten pretty serious. YouTube is owned by Google. No big surprise there if you didn't know it, but they're owned by Google. YouTube is actually the second largest search engine, 2 billion users a month, and it's owned by Google's, and it shows, every YouTube video shows up in a Google search. So if somebody goes on Google and types in, how do I get better at Canva? Your video rhythms, it'll show, if your rhythms and your algorithms are high, it'll show in the Google search, you're a company. Fantastic. I think of anybody that I was hoping to see, the lady that owns the carpet store today.
Autumn.
Autumn Reveal, yeah. She could get on YouTube. I was thinking about her YouTube channel and how she could get on and talk about the carpet fibers and what makes them different and show all types of things. And when I help people with videos, it really comes down to entertainment and education. Those are the two biggest things. You want to entertain on your videos and you want to educate. And you may say, well, I'm not much of an entertainer. I mean, I don't really need to get on juggle balls or anything like that, but you just need to just find a way to a lot of times if you're just real, basically, and you just get on, you don't have to be an actor, you don't have to be rehearsed. I heard Don Teleheusen say today, who's really gotten on social media and done a lot of videos here recently, you just gotta be yourself. And I mean, I know that's hard to do. It's hard for me to do. It's hard to hold up a phone and just do that, and that's all you really do need. You don't need any special equipment. You need to be in a room with good lighting, and you need your phone, and that's all you really need, because as everybody knows here, what we really like is real on the videos. We just like a real thing. Tell the real story about your business. Talk about what you do in your business to serve. So this video, I loaded this video today, and you're gonna laugh because it doesn't have any sound. Okay, but when you see someone like this, and as she's saying, hi, she's talking, I'm just kind of, helping her out a little bit here. But, versus seeing this versus just a logo. If you see somebody who's reaching out and it's real and moving, this is kind of a flat post. It's a flat picture post. But as we know that this one, what a difference. What a difference that makes. Just a live piece like that instead of just a flat picture. If you're a flat picture posting on any social media, stop. People are just scrolling right by it, but they're stopping on the video, There's a lady in here today, I don't know if I'm gonna say your name properly, but she's right here. And she is awesome. What is your name? Stand up and tell me your name.
Caroline Anderson.
This lady is so consistent. Anderson, Mrs. Anderson?
Yes.
Right? She is so consistent on social media and has a consistent message every time she posts on. It's about drinking water, it's about being healthy. I can't wait to get on and see her videos when she comes up, just because she's so consistent and she entertains me. She's nice, she's friendly, and that's all it is. It's not that fancy. I bet you record those in your kitchen, I mean, it doesn't have to be anything other than that. It could be on the street. Okay, I kind of went over this, but I'll say it again. YouTube is a content hub. When you put your videos on Facebook, good luck, okay? Not only good luck with who's gonna see them, but good luck managing those. When you go to YouTube, and those of you that have been on YouTube, when you go to your creator page, they're all listed. You can check them whether they're private, public. If you have a company, one of the neatest things about YouTube, if you have a company where you have training in your company, You can share your training videos and mark them private and keep them internally inside your company. You don't even have to even make them to where people can see them, and you can share them. I can't tell you as a video creator myself how nice it is to have a content hub like that, where you can control everything. Again, it doesn't cost you anything, it's free. You can get messages through email, you can sell through content through YouTube, you can get messages through YouTube, you can sell content through YouTube. YouTube doesn't care. YouTube doesn't care if you put on somebody who sponsors your video. I mean, there's virtually almost hardly any rules except for maybe one I'll warn you about, and that's the copyright rule. You have to be really careful about copyright, because they will strike you down on YouTube for copyright. If you're upfront about what you're using and you're buying music that is copyright free or in this, that, and the other, that's okay. But if you get 3 strikes on YouTube, they'll take your channel down, basically. But other than that, they're pretty liberal with what they let you do and stuff. I would advise everybody to do a YouTube calendar. I made this calendar here. It's just got the little YouTube logo on it, and that's full. That calendar's full. That's 1 month. That's like a January or something like that. Yeah, January challenge. But I would tell you to go into your personal calendar, and if it's just one, then just put down there, I'm going to record a YouTube video today, and I'm going to upload it. The power in your pocket, the power in your purse, the power in your hand is your smartphone. Apple, Android, doesn't matter. Download the YouTube app. You can record directly from the YouTube app and load it directly to your YouTube channel and manage the whole video, whether you want to make it private or if you want to do a special date release on it. The great thing about the videos, and I'll kind of jump back to this, the great thing about video content is that it lives forever. If you buy advertising, and give me grace here if somebody's here selling magazine ads or this, that, and the other, but if you buy a billboard, a magazine, radio advertising, it's gonna expire. It's gonna go away. YouTube, your content, it lives forever. It's an evergreen platform. And most people don't see, if you post a video, this person may see it today, this person may see it 3 months from now. It doesn't matter when somebody sees, as long as your content is relevant and you don't date yourself too much, and that's just working out what you say, but you know, your content will live forever. Melanie, we started with her Everyday Leaders back in 2017. We started doing video podcasts on her leadership podcast. People still come today and talk to her, and she tells me that they're looking at content about everyday leaders that is from 2018, 2019. They don't know it's 2018, 2019, because we don't really push out the dates. You can look at the titles and see that. But it's relative content, and and especially if you're educating, it lasts forever. You know, you can re-edit the videos, you can reload the edited videos on YouTube. There's an editing platform on YouTube that you can actually cut. If you do a 30-minute video, you can go back on YouTube and edit in the YouTube app and reload that video as a brand new video. So I'm going to just keep saying it's invaluable. If you've got a business, it's invaluable. If you just love potting soil, it's invaluable. You know, it's you know, chances are whatever you love to do may be something involved with what your business is and stuff. Okay, so again, right here, we've got, what are you laughing at?
Potting soil.
Potting soil. It just hits.
So
I don't know.
And then I giggled and she giggled.
So again, billboard, up for 30 days, down, gone, nobody remembers. YouTube videos, naturally all over social media, last forever. Give them to me in a presentation, I'll play your YouTube video during your presentation for you. Lasts forever, you can use it. Oh, you can't drag a sign in here, you can't drag a billboard in here and teach people from a billboard in here or a magazine, because nobody can really see it very well. But a YouTube video lasts forever, you can use it forever. So what do I make a video of? Frequently asked questions about your business. Real simple. Just make out a list, frequently asked questions. Avon, how long is Avon? Avon, you know what? You could actually make a frequently asked questions list and say, somebody wrote in, and just do it that way. And just go down, next person wrote in, next person wrote in. Are you kind of fibbing? Maybe, but I think you can get away with it. I think you're educating, basically, is all you're doing with frequently asked questions lists, but get creative with it. Testimonials, man, they're powerful. You can go and take your iPhone and shoot a testimonial on somebody with your business. Very powerful. Testimonials, behind the scenes, I can't tell you if you're a contractor or if you're involved in a contractor's business, or even if you're at a bank, go film the vault if the bank will let you.
The combination.
I guarantee.
We're unlocking the bank today.
Maybe you don't want to do it, but I'm just throwing out an idea to be creative, And so check with your bank first. But I mean, wouldn't it be, I would watch that video, raise a hand. Would somebody watch a video on a vault tour?
Yeah.
I guarantee you would, okay? So that's the kind of videos you need to put up. That's gonna make people go, and go right back to it. And then in that video, might be a mixture of different things, but just be creative with it. Let's see here. So again, some of these I've gone over, and I've kind of jumped ahead of myself here a little bit. But your audience does value connections more than polish, okay? They want to connect with Don Television. They want to connect with, I forgot her name. Okay, so you would, but here's the thing. I may not know her name, but I sure know her when she pops up on social media, because I watch her all the time, okay? So, they want to connect with real, is what they want to connect with. They don't want to connect with somebody who's polished. Stop getting ready to get ready. That's what my mentor, John Maxwell, says. Stop getting ready to get ready and just go do it. Time's wasted. If you haven't filmed one by the end of the day, I'll be ashamed of everybody. No, I won't. So I wanted to make this quick. I wanted to give people more time to talk and network again. I didn't want to be up here forever. This is kind of a thrown together piece that I threw together just real quick. I've not done this before. Hopefully you're going to help me polish this presentation for the next time I give it. The key takeaways of this: build trust and brand presence, create consistency in your marketing. Every day you put a video up, I don't care what it is. Talk about the rocks in your garden. It doesn't matter. And if you're a business, surely to God you can find something to talk about in your business. If you're an accountant, talk about accounting. Talk about what's important. It doesn't matter. Do it for 10 minutes and show up once a week with that. Use that YouTube calendar that I showed you and make yourself accountable in that YouTube calendar. And so the call to action is do one video this week. Your customers are already searching, so can they find you? I'm going to tell you this. Thank you very much for letting me speak today. I rushed through this pretty quick because I really wasn't all that prepared to do it, but here's what I am prepared to do. Okay. On the 20th of September, I'm having a YouTube class at my studio, okay? And I'll give you an email. If you sign up to come to my class, I'll give you 3 things to do. We're gonna have only 10 chairs are in this class. By the time you're done, I will have your YouTube channel ready to go. I'll have your branding artwork on your YouTube channel. I'll show you how to upload and edit videos using the YouTube platform. And by the time you walk in, and you can even record your first video in my studio, and we'll put that up on. That's a 3-hour class, and we're going to go from start to finish on it. It's $99. It's 3 hours, and by the time you walk out, we'll have your YouTube channel rolling and stuff. Thank you very much, you guys.
Right here.
Right here.
What time?
Oh, I know.
More information.
More information.
I can stand that. Look at that. Thank you.
a minute. All right, who has questions? Go ahead.
Under a real example, the one with the calendar, you said 10 YouTube videos repurposed into years-long content. I'd really like to know more about that. What does that mean? Does that mean I only need to make 10 and then I can somehow?
Theoretically, a business could get away with 10 long-form videos and repurpose and edit that content, which I can show you how to do in the class and stuff. And you can, and the reason why is because I said it, you do need to make a video. A lot of times making a video every week is just getting you used to getting on camera. That's kind of where that process comes from. If you're ready to get on camera, you're ready to actually put a scripted video together on your company, you can make 10 videos ahead of time about different subjects, re-chop the information, and those 10 videos can last for a year. And you can go in and set those up in a YouTube account and predetermine on most all social media, but you can predetermine when those are gonna release on a repetitive basis. And I'll show you how to do that in class. Questions?
So I don't know much about YouTube.
That's okay.
So, for business purposes, are you naming your YouTube video based on the name of your business or topic? How's that?
You can do both.
Okay.
You know, your YouTube channel will have your business name and the title will represent basically, and then I'll show you one of the things I didn't say, but I'll say now. I'll show you how to make YouTube place cards. You see all the cards where people have all the silly, like, things where they're looking at something.
Yeah.
Those are kind of goofy in my opinion, but they're kind of clickbaitish in a way. But I'll show you in Canva how you make those place cards and put those place cards up. And in Canva, you'll just save those and repetitively use those all the time. And you can make them clickbaitish if you want to. It's okay.
Because I don't know that people are searching Harry Township Education Foundation, I guess is my point. I'm trying to get to how would I get people to my site?
Well, Jerry Brown, I'll give an example since he's here today. I mean, we post a lot of things on, he runs the history room for Perry Meridian High School. So we post all types of things over the years on Jerry's YouTube channel about the history and why somebody donated this blanket, what's special about this football uniform, this, that, and the other. So that's, education and entertainment. That's what it's all about, education and entertainment and stuff. Yes?
On the website and on the form, there's no time for the class.
Did you not put a time in?
No,
No?
I didn't. 9 to noon.
I
didn't.
Let's go 9 to noon.
Yeah.
Okay?
I mean, that's what you said, but I didn't put the time on the.
9 to noon, all right?
Yes.
Write that down now. Sorry, I didn't get that information to my assistant over there. Well, I wanted to follow up. I knew there'd be questions, and I wanted to follow up with something, and I thought, they really need to come in for a longer process on this, and so I thought, well, let's just set up a YouTube channel for them, and I'll do a class on that, and help you make a video while you're over there, and so you'll be rocking and rolling when I get done.
Yeah, Joe.
Questions? Yes.
So you,
Oh, go ahead.
no, you said there were 10 spots, right?
Yeah, there are 10 spots. Only because we're gonna probably have this class in my studio. By the time I put up the tables and chairs, I've only got room for that.
And I'm just thinking ahead,
Yeah.
right, for folks who might not be able to make that date, or.
When's the
maybe
next
another-
one?
Yes.
Or you're gonna videotape.
September 21st from 1 to 4. I'll be your assistant. I'm just kidding.
My accountability coach is sitting right over here. I'm constantly beating, constantly. There will be a second one. I will tell you that there will be a second one. As of today, I don't know when it'll be. Before the end of the year, there will be a second class. Because I'm sure this is gonna be a popular class and stuff. Any more questions? Yes.
I went to a conference in Chicago in March, and I met Cass the Clutterbug, who's big on YouTube and stuff. And she said that when we make a YouTube video, it should be at least 15 minutes. Is that, versus a short one, is that?
I think
what's the
you'll
difference?
find, there's terminology kind of comes from the podcast revolution. there's long form podcasts and there's short form podcasts, you know. I would tell you that once you start talking about your business, you'll have a hard time keeping it inside 15 minutes.
Okay.
And I'll tell you in class that.
Even if you don't like yourself on video.
Well, I would tell you to get over yourself.
I
because-
know.
Get
because
over
we're
yourself to
over
grow
it,
yourself.
Okay, and that may sound rough, but that's
She's
just the
got a lot of
hardcore
quotes
truth.
today.
Nobody cares what you look like. You know, I always say this all the time, when I walk into Meyer, when I walk in it, you're all beautiful. I that may be just really rough, but when I walk into Meyer, nobody goes, ah! Because I walked in. But that's how I feel about myself when I look at myself on video. There's things about myself I'm not happy with, you know, and I can be the one to change it. I can call Jill Howe, she can help me change it, okay? Dancing in the mess, I don't know if you do men, but, you know, jiggling in the mess, or whatever. But you know, when you walk into a Kroger, when you walk into a shop, nobody runs out of the store screaming. You've gotta get past that.
Yeah.
You've gotta get past that. And that's another class, and I chain you down and we'll make you get over that.
I'll give you a teleprompter.
Use some rough words in front of the women here. I have 8 sisters, just in case. And I'm the only brother. So for a long time, we thought I was a 9th daughter. So, any other questions? Yes?
Is there an editing tool that is free you recommend?
There's lots of them. They all pretty much do the same thing. They all hunt the same way. Have you ever used an editing tool in video? Okay, so remember the film strips that you just, you know, are like film, when you pull film and you have film out? Imagine just laying down on your computer screen and going through with the blade and cutting the film and moving the film around. That's all you really do with editing devices, and then you can lay down music underneath and you can put titles and all that type of thing. I can make suggestions to you on some free ones to use. You have Windows or Macintosh system?
A Windows.
A Windows system? Yeah, there's plenty of them out there and stuff. There's
Canva Pro is free for nonprofits.
yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's great, it's really easy.
And I would tell you
Very
that
easy.
Canva, I will tell you, is, I use Canva. You know, especially in a pinch, in a hurry, Canva's great. Canva has a video editing process in it. It's really got some neat tools. You can pick up on it pretty quick. And in class, if we have time, I may go and put that up and show Canva and stuff. Although I want to kind of show some of the stuff in YouTube, because you'll be in YouTube, and it's best if we don't go, you know, from system to system to system for speed and stuff. So, any other questions? Thank you very much. I didn't tell you, I want to tell you one more thing before I let you go. I didn't tell you, I grew up in a TV repair shop. My dad came out of, I thought I'd tell you just real quick about myself. This should be on the front, but it wasn't. I grew up in a TV repair store as a little kid, always around electronics. My dad was a guy that loved electronics, and back when you fixed television, changed tubes, he had an old camera laying in a drawer. I would fiddle around with it. He taught me basically the basic principles of photography in the 60s. It transfers over to video for the most part. I ran production photography studio and system for 25 years. The line has changed. If anybody would have told me that I would be producing podcast shows and managing over 20 YouTube channels, I would have told you you were crazy. But I live it, I breathe it, I see what it does for my clients. I only want to help you do it and be serving and affordable to do it. And I can't wait to help you, and I hope you come to class.
Yay.
Thank you.